Surely you've heard of a 5-step plan before. You've probably also heard of a 12-step plan to deal with alcoholism or other drug-related treatments. But have you ever heard of a 39-step plan? No? Well, neither have I, because that sounds absolutely dreadful. Who would want to take that many steps just to try and deal with just about anything? So don't take the 39-step plan, take this shortcut. But wait, how does that pertain to this game? You'll find out shortly. Actually, it'll take quite a while, but you'll find out. Hiya folks, Fruindoggy here, jumping back into 39 steps, and oh, the game is up, folks! I don't even know when I'm recording, you know, with the game being up and all. Peebleshire, once again? Have we not left the Peebles behind us? Have we not moved beyond the Shire? I spent the night on the hillside. It was a cold business, for I had neither coat nor waistcoat. These were in Mr. Turnbull's keeping, as was Scudder's little book. My watch, and worst of all, my pipe and tobacco pouch. Oh no, I could have kept so warm if I just had the tobacco pouch and the pipe. Only my money accompanied me in my belt, and about half a pound of ginger biscuits in my trousers pocket. I supped off half those biscuits, and worming myself deep into the heather, got some kind of warmth. Why'd you get out at this point, in particular, at this time of day, if you're just gonna sleep out in the cold? So far, I have been miraculously lucky. Yeah, I mean, a wild bear could attack you or something, right? My chief trouble was I was desperately hungry. Didn't you eat food before you left? You had plenty. I lay and tortured myself, for the ginger biscuits merely emphasized the aching void, with the memory of all the good food I had thought so little of in London. Yeah, you kind of mocked everything about London, despite being rich, and longing hopelessly for these dainties, I fell asleep. I wish I just had at least one dainty. I woke very cold and stiff, about an hour after dawn. It took me a little while to remember where I was. I was outside. That kind of sucked. I raised myself on my arms and looked down into the valley, and that one look set me laced in my boots in mad haste. Puff, 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 puff. There were men below, not more than a quarter of a mile off, spaced out on the hillside like a fan, and beating the heather. And soon they'd be beating me. Marmee had not been slow in looking for his revenge. Well, yeah, you told him to get the police. What was I thinking? I scrambled to the top of the ridge. Nobody would see me up there. My pursuers are patiently quartering the hillside and moving upwards. Keeping behind the skyline, I ran for maybe half a mile. Then I showed myself. The line of search had changed this direction. Really? Like, why are you doing that? That just looks stupid. I pretended to retreat over the skyline, but instead went back the way I had come. Surely, with all those men looking for me, I would throw them on the track with such a simple maneuver. In 20 minutes, I was behind the ridge, overlooking my sleeping place. Yes, back to square one. The police had evidently called in local talent to their aid, and the men I could see had the appearance of herds or gamekeepers. The exercise had warmed my blood, and I was beginning to enjoy myself. Oh boy, running away from a bunch of men. What could be more fun than that? I trusted to the strength of my legs, but I was well aware that those behind me would be familiar with the lie of the land, and that my ignorance would be a heavy handicap, especially since I went right back to where I started, and the men were very close to me when I did that, so you would think they'd be right all over that place by now, right? But I guess not. My stratagem had given me a fair start. Call it 20 minutes. and I had the width of a glen behind me before I saw the first heads of the pursuers. But of course they couldn't see me. From that viewpoint, I had the satisfaction of seeing the pursuit streaming up the hill at the top of the glen on a hopelessly false scent. Haha, yes! Even though I didn't really do anything to leave a trail, they were following a false trail anyways. Haha, so good. It began to seem less of a game. Maybe because this is life and death. Those fellows behind were hefty men on their native heath. Looking back, I saw that only 3 were following direct, and I guessed that the others had fetched a circuit to cut me off. Well, yeah. It's like, oh wait, he's starting to go out this way. How about we cut him off the pass? Meet in the middle, huh? I resolved to get out of this tangle of glens to the pocket of moor I had seen from the tops. This was my resolve, even though it wasn't a great solution. I put on a great spurt and got off my ridge and down into the moor before any figures appeared on the skyline behind me. In other words, I ran. Clearly the road ran to a house, and I began to think of doing the same. Yes, they'll never think to look for me in a house. Especially if I run. I'm running. They'll never catch me now. Wait, the glyphs! The glyphs! Yes, I must run forward! Forward! Now I must approach. Will I have to activate more glyphs? But of course, the door will prove an insurmountable barrier if I don't use the glyphs properly. I saw the face of an elderly gentleman meekly watching me from within the glass veranda. He was very meek, and the glass, I dare say, may have been even meeker. Seated at the knee-hole desk was a benevolent old gentleman, with some papers and open volumes before him. I knew he was benevolent. I don't know, I'm a good judge of character, can't you tell? His face was round and shiny, with big glasses stuck on the end of his nose, and the top of his head was as bright and bare as a glass bottle. A lot of glass here, mirrors and his head. Might even be a couple bottles, too.
I seem in a hurry, my friend.
Ay. I nodded towards the window. It gave a prospect across the moor and revealed figures half a mile off, straggling through the heather. So, 20-minute head start, huh? Didn't really do all that much good, huh?
I see. A fugitive from justice, eh?
I'll just have to take you in myself.
Meantime, object to my privacy being broken in upon by the clumsy rural policeman. Go into my study and you will see 2 doors facing you. Take the one on the left and close it behind you. You will be perfectly safe.
I'm sorry. Seriously now. He is a fugitive from the law, and this old man's first thought is, you know, I really hate the idea of people barging in on me and invading my privacy. I don't like the looks of those cops, so you, the fugitive from the law, you go further into my house and you hide out, and I'll deal with these clumsy cops here. It's like, really? What in the world? Once again, I had found an unexpected sanctuary. I mean, really oddly unexpected. I mean, what in the world? Is this really how the novel read? Because, not really a big fan. The master of the house, sitting in a deep armchair, now regarded me with curious eyes. Wait, did you kill somebody? Did you rape a woman? Maybe this wasn't such a good idea after all. I should stop being so flippant just because I'm old. Or did you murder a woman and rape a man? I don't really like either choice.
No, they have gone. I convinced them that you'd cross the hill. I do not choose that the police should come between me and one whom I am delighted to honor. This is a lucky morning for you. Mr. Richard Halley.
What? As he spoke, his eyelids seemed to tremble and to fall a little over his keen gray eyes. In a flash, the phrase of Scudder's came back to me when he had described the man he most dreaded in the world. He had said that he could hood his eyes like a hawk. I saw they had walked straight into the enemy's headquarters.